Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stand. It is my match vlog. Yes, I did watch the game at Old Trafford. Yes, I did go and watch Manchester United beat Arsenal 3-2 at Old Trafford. But I came home because it was raining so much I couldn't even film it outside. So I'm here. I live close by, so it's easy, guys. But I did go and watch it. First of all, amazing to get them 3 points. That was a must-win game for us today, especially against Arsenal, who I knew we could beat. We've got a better squad than them. We can play better football than them. But all what mattered is how we went out and approached that game. And I liked the way we approached it. We were attacking. We went on the front foot. We kept the ball. We had quite a bit of possession compared to usual. Because I think about it, guys, the way our form has been, especially against teams lower in the table. Arsenal have been beating these teams, so for us to go out there and play like that, that's a positive sign for me. I thought the defence was overall good. They have some shaky moments that needs to be addressed. It massively needs to be addressed. But the attack linked well together. I thought Ronaldo was exceptional at linking that forward play. And for people saying Ronaldo is the problem, he's not the problem, guys. It is amazing that we've got him in our team. He's so professional. He runs the channels. He does press. His goal conversion rate is second to none. And he always scores his chances. Basically nearly always scores his chances. Even that goal that was kind of Ramsdale saved, that I thought could have been a goal or he could have squared it back to the back post. That was a good save from Ramsdale, and I thought Ronaldo really ran the show today, and I thought he led from the line extremely well. I'm worried the way that he went down the tunnel. I'm worried whether he's injured, because if he's injured, I'm extremely worried, because we don't have a number 9 that can do what he does. He is not the problem. He's going to be a massive help for us in the Champions League, because that's what we should be focusing now, and getting top 4, because that is the ambition. And fair play to Carrick. I know he's left, and big respect for him for doing that, because I think it's definitely the right decision. He was part of Ollie's management team. It's a clean slate now. You've been an amazing player for the club, always got the respect there, and he did his best at the coaching side, and it's time for him to move aside and let someone else come in now and start doing it. But his 3 games as interim, I thought he handled it really well, and I thought today we went out really positively, really direct, kept hold of possession. The players were the press wasn't amazing, but we were trying to press, and it did work a few times. I noticed Ramsdale's distribution wasn't great, and when we pressured him to doing that, that's when we got a lot of our chances from the middle of the park. A lot of times, did we waste the chances? Yes, we did. And that just comes with coaching, management, knowing when to make the right decisions. I think a massive part of this team is decision making. I thought, again, the defence was solid. I thought Maguire actually came in and did quite well, to be fair. I thought he moved out of the back a little bit quicker than he usually does. He still needs to be quicker. He still needs to be more direct and less predictable. That ball to his left back is usually very predictable from him, but I thought he was moving the ball quicker, and I thought he was very solid today, and I thought the whole back line did well. Their goals, well, first of all, Fred is injuring De Gea. I mean, could it be an any more Fred thing? So that's kind of a goal that shouldn't have happened. And then the second one, we completely switched off defensively. And I think that's the problem with our defence. We do switch off sometimes, and that's just, they need to be well drilled. They need to be focused. The mentality always needs to be there. And I think that's one thing this team needs to improve on. And I think we will see this under Rangnick. But today, I generally think some players put a stake out there to be picked by Rangnick. Dalot, Telles, both fullbacks did extremely well today, especially Dalot going forward. I mean, he basically contributed to 2 goals before the penalty, that touch in, and then that, I think it was his left foot, that goal on the outside of his foot, that pass through to kind of create that goal from Rashford to Ronaldo. I thought that was brilliant, and I think he kept his position well all game. To be fair, Sancho came back and covered, and Scott came across a lot, but he was getting stuck into tackles. He rarely got beat, and I thought he massive improvement on Wan-Bissaka for me. And if that's the case, then he should keep his place. He has to keep his place in the team. So for me, Dalot and Telles, they should keep their place until Shaw and Wan-Bissaka can come back in and compete for that spot and do better than them, because we need them fullbacks going forward, and Dalot today provided that so much, and I do generally think that did help our attack a lot. Another thing that obviously helped, I think obviously Carrick knows the weaknesses of Dalot and Telles being the defensive side, which today I thought they were absolutely solid at, but the wingers were getting back a lot more, which helps out a lot. And I think people are working extra hard. They know Rangnick's in the stadium, and I thought Sancho's work rate was great. Rashford, his work rate is better than last game, still needs to massively improve. I think he's always looking for that ball over the top, but Rashford's another one. If he doesn't up his game, he's going to get dropped. His assist today was a good assist. Don't get me wrong, that's the thing with Rashford. He can pull out something good. But all game, he kind of went missing. He was losing the ball. His decision-making, again, when to take a man on, when to pass the ball, it's the same thing. So his decision-making really needs to be looked at massively. Because for me, I was thinking at times, God, Ahmad maybe could deserves a chance in this situation, because Rashford just kind of was non-existent all game apart from that assist. So he's a player that I really kind of want to see up his game. And I think under coaching and being made to press and being well drilled, you will definitely see him do that. So that's something to look forward to. And the main point about this, guys, is that we've got them 3 points that we desperately needed. Rangnick comes in, he takes over, and he's got a clean slate now. He can build on that. And I think there's definitely a squad there to build on. 100% there's a squad there to build on. And the middle of the park, yes, it needs addressing. I've seen that people kind of saying that Fred played well today. His goal contributions, great. Getting into the penalty box and that assist, that lovely assist to Bruno, amazing. But apart from that, he was so poor. Giving the ball away constantly getting beat, constantly getting shoved off the ball. Scott McTominay, I thought he played better this game than he usually does, and that is saying something. He didn't have a great performance whatsoever, but he was covering loads of different positions. He was moving up and down the pitch a lot. But again, his passing, he can't pass the ball properly. He sometimes he drives through the midfield and does a great pass, and I think, why don't you do that more often? But more often than not, he's passing backwards and it slows down the play. I thought we scored 3 great goals today, and the penalty was a great penalty. And we created chances which we've not seen in a while, and you love to see that at Old Trafford. But I think with our attack, and especially with Bruno in that midfield and with the likes of Donny as well, you need to be moving the ball quicker through the midfield. And it's unfair really, because 2 pivot players are getting asked to cover both sides of the pitch, be up and down, be involved in goals, be involved in the defence, cover people's positions, get blocks, make the passes, box-to-box passes that are going to create goals. And it's a lot for 2 players to do. When Matic was in there last week, it kind of took the pressure off them. But the problem is we can't afford to drop another player and to bring Matic into that role. You've got to have 2 holders that can pass the ball well and get a good tackle in. Someone who can sit a bit deeper and someone can do that box-to-box role. For me, unfortunately, Fred and Scott, they play that role. They're just not at the top level at it. And we really need someone who can do that. We need 2 midfielders in my position that can come in and do that if we're going to carry on playing that way, because they're just not good enough. And you've seen that today, even though I thought they both put a shift in and they both did as best as they could. We've said it a million times before. They are just not elite level. But anyway, Bruno, excellent goal. I thought he dropping deeper, miles better. When he drops deep, it gives less pressure to Fred and Scott, and he also gets to control the play a lot more, because Fred and Scott aren't great at controlling the play. Bruno can do that from that deep position, and I think it works so much better. There's less pressure on them, there's less pressure on the defence. The wingers are more in line, and there's more interlocking play, there's more playing between the lines, which I think with Sancho in there, like we saw for that goal with the Fred assist, you can do that really well with a player that's going to hold on to the football. And Bruno dropping that tiny bit deeper, coming onto the ball, I think that really, really works. Again, Bruno is always going to look for that wonder ball. And I think when Rangnick comes in, he's going to love the fact he loves to pass forward. But he also, sometimes you just need to know when to pass it out to the wide on the pitch. Pass it through the middle instead of going over the top to a out of form Rashford that isn't really hitting these balls. You've just got it's decision making, and that really needs nailing down these players. And I think if you nail down the decision making, cut out the errors in the defence, and kind of get players into the form we know they can get into, I generally think we have a squad that can do really well in the Champions League this year. I mean, we can get top 4 if this team is coached properly, 100%. We should be aiming for more than that because of what's happened. We 100% can get top 4. And I'm excited now, guys. Honestly, watching that game today, it was enjoyable. It's always enjoyable to watch United, but some of the games we've had to sit through, this game was enjoyable. We beat Arsenal. All the Arsenal fans can shut up. Zayn Miassi, put your mum's credit card down for the night. And genuinely, we can enjoy this result, guys, and we can move on to the next one. And hopefully, we see players that deserve to keep the place. And we keep playing this football, that pressing football. And we weren't accurately pressing today, but under Rangnick, we can properly use that press. And I like to see us on the front foot. Arsenal aren't the elitist team in the world, but it's a big step forward from how we have been playing. So I'm excited for the next game, Crystal Palace on Sunday. We'll see Rangnick in the manager's box, and I'll see you all then, guys. But get your comments in down below. What did you think of today? And yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking.